The Sony A1 III rumors are sending a powerful ripple through the photography and filmmaking world, and the excitement feels different this time. This isn't the usual buzz that surrounds a new flagship with one standout upgrade or a marginal performance boost. Instead, the conversation around the Sony A1 III points towards something far more ambitious, a camera designed to erase compromises altogether. The idea being discussed is simple but bold, a single body that refuses to make photographers and hybrid creators choose between speed, resolution, autofocus intelligence, or video performance. If the leaks are even partially accurate, the Sony A1 III could redefine what professionals expect from a flagship camera. What makes this anticipation so intense is the sense that Sony is not merely refining an already excellent product, but rethinking what a top-tier camera should be in real-world use. Many photographers currently carry two bodies for different tasks, one optimized for speed, another for resolution or video. The emerging narrative around the Sony A1 III suggests Sony may be aiming to collapse that workflow into one dependable, do-everything tool. That possibility alone is enough to explain why excitement has reached such a high level. To understand why expectations are so elevated, it helps to look closely at the current flagship, the Sony A1 II. Even today, it remains one of the most capable hybrid cameras ever made. It delivers high-resolution stills without sacrificing speed, offers fast and accurate autofocus, and supports professional-grade video features in a single body. In many ways, the A1 II set a benchmark that competitors are still trying to catch. Yet, as impressive as it isn't flawless. Extended shooting sessions can expose limitations in battery endurance, especially when advanced AI-based autofocus features are used heavily. Some high-speed RAW shooting modes involve compression trade-offs that professionals must carefully manage. Ergonomics, while refined, can feel tight when paired with large telephoto lenses over long periods. Even Sony's industry-leading autofocus can occasionally struggle in complex environments filled with visual distractions. The Sony A1 III rumors suggest that Sony is not only aware of these issues but intends to address them directly. Rather than reinventing the camera from scratch, Sony appears focused on refining every friction point while pushing performance forward. This kind of iteration is often invisible in marketing headlines, but it's exactly what professionals notice in daily use. A camera doesn't need to be revolutionary on paper if it feels transformative in the field. At the center of most speculation is the sensor. The Sony A1 III is widely rumored to feature a next-generation stacked camo sensor, potentially offering a modest increase in resolution alongside dramatically faster readout speeds. In this class of camera, speed matters more than raw megapixels. Faster readout reduces rolling shutter, improves blackout-free shooting, and allows high-resolution files to be used confidently in fast-paced situations such as sports, wildlife, and news photography. These improvements don't just make the camera faster, they make it more reliable under pressure. There is also ongoing discussion around the possibility of global shutter technology. While nothing is confirmed, the idea alone has sparked intense debate. Global shutter performance would virtually eliminate rolling shutter distortion, improve flash synchronization, and make fast-moving subjects easier to capture accurately. However, global shutter sensors traditionally involve trade-offs in dynamic range and low light performance. The speculation suggests Sony may be exploring a middle path, pushing stacked sensor readout speeds so far that rolling shutter and banding become nearly irrelevant, while preserving the image quality professionals depend on. Ergonomics and handling are another major focus. The Sony A1 III is expected to retain the familiar alpha body design, but with thoughtful refinements aimed at long-term comfort and confidence. A slightly deeper grip, improved button feedback, and subtle layout adjustments could make a significant difference during extended shoots. These changes rarely generate hype, yet they are critical for professionals who rely on muscle memory and comfort when working long hours in demanding conditions. Durability and weather sealing are also expected to remain priorities. Flagship cameras are tools meant to perform reliably in rain, dust, heat, and cold. The Sony A1 III will need to inspire trust not just in controlled environments, but in real-world assignments where conditions are unpredictable. Small improvements in sealing, materials, and build quality can have an outsized impact on professional confidence. Autofocus performance is perhaps where expectations are highest. Sony already leads the industry in this area, but the Sony A1 III is rumored to push even further. Leaks suggest improvements in both subject recognition and tracking consistency. Enhanced detection for humans, animals, birds, and vehicles is expected, along with better performance in cluttered or visually complex scenes. One of the known challenges with current systems is maintaining accurate tracking when subjects are partially obscured or surrounded by distracting elements like foliage, water reflections, or overlapping subjects. If the Sony A1 III can improve not just autofocus intelligence but also predictability, it could feel like a camera that truly understands photographer intent. Professionals don't just want a camera that is technically capable, they want one that behaves consistently and predictably, especially in critical moments. Reliable autofocus reduces mental load, allowing creators to focus on timing, composition, and storytelling rather than second-guessing the camera. Video performance is another area where the Sony A1 III could dramatically expand its appeal. The A1 series has always blurred the line between stills and video, but the next generation may push that balance even further. Rumors point to higher frame rates, improved heat management, longer recording limits, and fewer artificial restrictions. For hybrid creators, these changes could be transformative. The ability to shoot high-quality video without worrying about overheating or time limits makes the camera far more flexible for professional work. There is also growing speculation that the Sony A1 III could act as a bridge between Sony's Alpha lineup and its cinema line. While it won't replace a dedicated cinema camera, it could offer enough performance and reliability to handle serious video production without requiring a second body. For creators who move fluidly between photography and filmmaking, this kind of versatility is invaluable. What truly makes the Sony A1 III compelling is how all these elements come together. High-resolution cameras often sacrifice speed. Fast cameras often compromise low-light performance. Video-focused cameras frequently involve ergonomic or sensor trade-offs that make still photography less enjoyable. The emerging picture of the Sony A1 III suggests Sony is attempting to reconcile all of these competing demands into one coherent system. Looking back at the A1 II highlights just how difficult this task is. That camera already delivers remarkable speed and resolution, yet still reveals friction points under heavy professional use. Battery life, media workflows, and occasional autofocus inconsistencies remind users that even the best tools have limits. The challenge for the Sony A1 III is not just to add features, but to refine the entire experience so those limitations fade into the background. Competition will also play a significant role in shaping the Sony A1 III. Canon continues to push aggressively in sports and action photography, pairing fast sensors with a deep and mature lens ecosystem. Nikon's flagship cameras are widely respected for their ruggedness and reliability in harsh environments. To remain at the top, Sony must deliver a camera that is not only technologically advanced but also trusted implicitly by professionals in the field. Ultimately, the Sony A1 III appears poised to be more than just Sony's next flagship. It may represent a philosophy shift, one that treats performance and usability as equally important. For photographers and filmmakers who demand excellence across disciplines, this camera could offer a rare balance of power, reliability, and refinement. If the rumors hold true, the Sony A1 III could redefine what a flagship camera means in 2026, delivering a professional tool that feels as natural to use as it is capable in performance.